Don't you like my beautiful living room? Actually, this is the special collections room, the Topeka room at the Topeka and Shawnee County Public Library. And it's a great place to read. This is my reading chair right here. Kick back. Talk about an excellent book. And I got the Kindle version of this, and I gotta tell you, it looks great because I got the Kindle on the phone, so I could be on the court. I could look up things that I'm trying to learn from this book, or I could just use my Kindle on here and get a bigger picture here. The High Performance Pickleball, How to Reduce Errors, Improve Your Game and Have More Fun by Scott Moore and Daniel Moore is an excellent book. When I'm looking at it first, I thought it's more of a teaching book, a strategy book, but it's more than that. It kind of reminds me of Yoda's book, Mark Friedenberg, because it has a lot of personal stories. I didn't realize that Scott Moore spent like 16 years in Japan and his kids were there as children. So that explains why Daniel Moore has that huge Japanese connection. Here's the table of contents. So you got the introduction and you got the chapters, Life Before Pickleball. The pickleball writer takes a turn writing the book, and it's done mostly in first person. So if you start in the middle of the book, you're going to be reading it and you're going to be like, who's saying what? So each chapter is different. But on a lot of the teaching stuff, like the serve, the return, the third shot, the volley, that's done by Daniel. And lots of great tips in there. I just love the worldview that Scott Moore provides in this. He's talking about how, he grew up in America and he thought this is, a superior country. But when he went to Japan, it just opened a worldview, Not saying one's better or not, but it's just different. And that's kind of cool. And I love how Scott talked about the life before pickleball, real personal stuff. The weaker side. Most players' backhands are more vulnerable than their forehands. So a lot of strategy in this. This would help you with your game. You're reading this. And I recommend, don't use this as a reference book. Read it through. And your pickleball top 10. This is so cool because you have the dad, Scott, talking about his top 10. And one of his pickleball top 10s has to do with his son. Isn't that awesome? You're a great dad, Scott. And then, of course, Daniel does the same thing, too, and talks about his pickleball top 10. So overall, just to tell you, this book is highly affordable. Less than $13 for the paperback. And I got the link on this video if you want to check that out. And you could get the Kindle, too. I like this on Kindle because I have this. It's portable for me to take on the court. If I want to look up something, if I'm trying to learn one of the things they talked about, like about the third shot, I could go right to my phone and just find out what Performance Pickleball, how to reduce errors, improve your game, and have more fun. And by the way, I want you to think about this. If you reduce errors, you will improve your game. And you know why? You will have more fun? Because, see, pickleball is fun, but winning is more fun. And this is Pickleball Librarian approved. I recognize the FHSU because that's Fort Hays State in Fort Hays, Kansas, and I played pickleball there before. I mean, on rec play on the courts, but it's a cool place. Anyway, so you played soccer for them?
I did.
And today you played pickleball.
I did.
And you guys won?
We did.
Excellent, excellent. And this young lady is...
This is my mother.
Wow, this is cool. Cathy and Caden. All right. So tell me, what level you guys played at?
We played at 3-5 today. 3-5.
And you've been playing for only 6 to 8 months?
Yeah. Yep.
See, I was asking Caden about, did you play in the courts in Fort Hays? And he didn't play pickleball while he was there. You studied hard, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if you weren't here, Mom, he might say, oh, all right, now, and how long have you been playing, Cathy?
I started in July,
okay.
And
cool.
we kind of introduced Caden to it, so he probably started a couple months later. So
that's pretty good. And this is your
second tournament.
First
together. But
okay.
Yeah, we've never played in a tournament together.
Excellent.
So this was a fun day.
Thank you so much. So what's it like though playing together? I mean, you guys could share.
Well, I really like it. I don't have to work so hard because he's 24 and
Athletic.
he's long and lean and tall,
yeah.
and he can get to a lot of balls. But it's, there's a mental aspect to this game too. So I think just keeping each other, settled down and focused on the next point. And so I think we had to work on that today a little bit, but it was really fun.
And let's just start with your paddle. You got the Selkirk Epic Amp. Excellent paddle. All right, and it worked well for you?
It works great. My parents gave it to me, and I've been using it ever since.
Hey, that's a good reason. All right, and Cathy, you play with the Engage Pursuit EX 6.0.
Yeah, this was my first big girl paddle because
I
had just a cheap, paddle when I first started, and so I picked this one out, and I I've really enjoyed it. It gives me control and power,
Okay,
and so
Excellent, excellent.
I've enjoyed it.
And myself, for us, we get a lot of our paddles from Just Paddles, and I'll have links to these paddles here. Or if you have a local pro, that's another place to get, you know, some of the paddles from too.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much, guys. I mean, this is good. I just had to get you on video. And congratulations.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
and I
so
just want
much.
to say, and also, you know, hey, you guys, you know, playing with a family member, and especially winning, even if you're not winning, it is definitely Pickleball Librarian approved.